Hello and welcome back to episode 8 of Alan Wake. I'm Vic and you're watching yet another Let's Play channel. So now we've learned that G-Woman is in fact wearing the face of Barbara Jogger, and that author boy, Zane, is trying to save us from the darkness. Oh no. Meanwhile, we've also learned that during the week in which Alan has forgotten what was going on, he was apparently in the thrall of G-Woman, and she was controlling what he wrote, and thereby the reality that was created. And she gained this control initially by lying to Alan about being able to
Rose
help
took
him.
a day from me. I had less than 12 hours left to meet the kidnapper. All I could do was get Barry into the car, work something out once I got on the road.
So, if you had 2 days and you lost 1 day, why do you have less than 24 hours? Less than 12 hours? Where did the other 12 hours go?
Barry was out of it. He was way too heavy to carry.
Oh, right, this is Rose's house.
Right. I deserve more money. I'm so handsome.
Welcome to the Oh Dear Diner. What can I get you today? Coffee?
I couldn't work up much hate for Rose. Something had used her to get to me and left its mark.
First refill is free. Milk and sugar on the counter there. Would you like to hear today's specials? Thank you. A nice day. Come back soon.
Yeah, everybody here is doing really well. This is a good day.
My gun and flashlight were gone. I'd have to find a way to get Barry into the car as quickly as possible. There was no time to waste.
So let's read a page of the manuscript.
Mr. Randolph liked Rose. That little smile she had. How she was still sweet when life had tried so hard to make her bitter. It wasn't any of his business what she did in her trailer. But those strangers, the writer and his smart-ass sidekick, looked like trouble. And they'd been in there for hours, way past her normal bedtime. He reached for the phone and called the sheriff's station.
Randolph is the manager, that's right. Yeah, this is good. It's dark and there's no flashlight and no gun. We're gonna have a good time, Alan. Not turning that on. It's gonna make noise that I'm gonna have to cut out. And I don't like cutting noise out. Still not open. I super need a chili dog right now. Like, I've got to go fast. Are you shadowed yet? If you're not shadowed yet, you're gonna be soon.
Oh, you're gonna get it now.
Oh, good. Yeah, great.
God knows what you've done to that poor girl. This is Agent Nightingale, FBI! Get him up, Hemingway! You're under arrest! You move a muscle, I'll unload right in your goddamn face! Stay right where you are, Slade! What are? I'm standing right here, you goddamn maniac!
I hated to leave Barry behind, but there was no way I'd miss my appointment with the kidnapper.
Give it up, Mr. Wake. Come on. Make it easy on us.
That was a bit of an overreaction on your part, FBI.
Move it! I'll have you shot if you let him get away.
And what decade are we in? Since when is the FBI carrying revolvers? Are we in, like, the 1950s? Good thing they didn't bring any dogs. But it is too bad that I don't have a friend to arm wrestle with. Very thoughtful of the Shadow to leave me alone while I run from the FBI.
on! Keep your eyes peeled. He's gonna try to make it through here.
Oh,
Move out,
damn.
go!
That's actually really nice of the FBI. Whoa.
God damn it, where did he go? Slipped away. Keep an eye out.
I think it would be a good idea to rest for a minute. That recovery is slow, though. So, do I have nothing? I don't even have flares, do I? Yeah, I don't have anything. It's okay, Alan. It was just a rifle. You'll be fine. Just, rub some dirt on it and then walk it off.
He's gone. Come on, guys. We need to head him off.
How big of a group did Mr. FBI bring with him?
For decades, the darkness that wore Barbara Jagger's skin slept fitfully in the dark place that was its home and prison. It was hungry and in pain. It dreamed of its nights of glory when the poet's writing had called it from the depths and given it a brief, terrible taste of power and freedom. The rock stars had stirred it from the deep sleep the poet had sunk it back to in the end. When it sensed the writer on the ferry, it opened its eyes.
Oh yeah, the old leather dudes. So they woke it up, huh? Oh good. And now I'm gonna get to do some of that dodging and running that's always worked so well for me in the past. Yeah, this is great.
Come in, Agent Nightingale. This is Sheriff Breaker. Over.
I hope Nightingale wasn't in that car just now.
Rose didn't know how the strange old lady got in her trailer, and she looked wrong somehow. The woman showed her teeth in an approximation of a smile and traced a finger down Rose's cheek. "Pretty girl," she said. Rose felt as if she was falling asleep, but her knees didn't buckle. The crone spoke in a whisper, her words ice cold and dark in Rose's ear.
So G-Woman wrote all of this stuff using Alan. So at what point are we going to regain an edge?
Where you are, Agent Nightingale. I'm on my way. Out.
Sheriff Breaker doesn't seem to be getting along with Agent Nightingale. Good news for me.
Search the area.
Yeah, thanks again for not bringing dogs.
This way. Over here.
Oh, that's too bad, guys. It's not even your fault or anything. Why are you teasing me with these lights, game? Another crashed
This
popo
horror
car.
was everywhere I went, circling me. The cops didn't stand a chance. They were after a writer, not a monster.
Seriously telling me that geek writer just took out my deputies? Are you kidding? I mean, have you seen this guy? He wears a tweed jacket. Over.
He's the guy we're chasing. If it's not him, who then? Bigfoot? Over.
I don't know yet, but I'm not in the habit of jumping to conclusions. That tends to come back and bite you in the ass. Out.
Oh, she is pissed. And who can blame her? Some FBI chode shows up and commandeers all your men and then gets them wiped out trying to capture some city slicker author wearing a tweed jacket. Oh, Alan.
You you on the ground. Hold it right there.
How about I hold it right here?
There's nowhere to run. Freeze!
Are they shooting at me from that helicopter? And did those birds just help me? Because I'm not cool with that. I guess G-Woman is trying to protect her source of power, though, right? She wants me to do some more writing. That's what's going on. I'm out of pocket. She's trying to reclaim me. Let's get on the radio and talk to the next watchtower. I hear that lady's kind of cool. That's where the Black Hawk went down. Was it actually a Black Hawk? It might have been. It really is a Firewatch tower. That bed is uninspiring.
This is James. Mulligan, Thornton, come in. Over.
Thornton here. James, we got both Wheeler and Rose in custody. They didn't put up a fight or anything. Why, they were... Hey, what are you doing? Come on.
Sit down and give me that. James, Mulligan here. Over. Go ahead, Mulligan. Over. We got Wheeler and Rose here. Wheeler's drunk or hopped up on something. Speaking of which, that Fed had a pretty distinctive whiff of Otis Scotch about him, if you know what I mean. Over. I don't have anything on that, Deputy Mulligan. Over. Well, whatever. Anyway, Rose is just being plain weird here. You better get Doc in to take a look at both. Over. Gotcha. You better get them here quickly. The Fed's gonna want to interview Wheeler. Over. Oh, yeah, I'll bet he does. Looks like they have a lot in common. Mulligan out.
I suppose they do have a lot in common, don't they? Alright, well, I looked through a telescope and I listened to a radio conversation. Is there something to see out the... Was there another telescope? There is another telescope.
I could see the lights of the radio station in the distance.
Okay, so I guess we'll head that way. Sure, the police are looking for me. Let's go somewhere where somebody can tattle on me. I don't believe that gate was open before. Seems legit.
I imagine that the broadcast tower in the distance was part of the local radio station. Maine seemed like a decent guy. Perhaps he could give me directions to the coal mine.
He probably was a decent guy before he was captured by G-Woman.
Unnatural shadows.
That gate is going nuts.
The darkness that was after me was trying to stop me. I wouldn't get through without a light.
Good thing there's a thermos of coffee over here. Pick it up, Alan. Don't stand on it.
There was no power to the searchlight.
Then why are we here? Ah. Why didn't the shadows send any boys over here? This definitely isn't going to attract any attention.
The old generator conked out. I'd have to see if I could fix it and try again.
For real? Why are we doing this? Oh yeah, kick the fuel tank. Just kick that stuff right till it reconnects. Perfect. Okay, generator. You do you. What is that? Why is it here? Who even cares? Alright. So now we've got to go down to the lake and steal some Skinny Dipper's panties? Is that how it goes? Sounds about right. That'll teach him not to shoot off illegal fireworks. Again. I don't know what that was about. But at least we have a flashlight now. And 5 batteries out of nowhere. That rock is dancing around in a very strange way.
It took me a moment to recognize the flashbang grenades. They were an ideal weapon for my situation.
Team 1, come in. Over.
Thanks, Popo.
This is Sheriff Breaker. Report. Over.
Team 1 is down, Sheriff Breaker.
Team 2, come in. I need a report. Over. Come on, guys. Talk to me. Come in, please.
Team 2 is also down. Have a flashbang. Nice, I didn't even see that third guy. I'm not crazy sure why a flashbang would be an effective weapon against these guys. Maybe it's just the flash part and the bang doesn't really matter, but I mean, it's not like I can shine my light at them until they die. I don't think. Is there another way to go? No. There's a manuscript page. I wonder how many I've missed. It was very polite of the Shadow to leave me alone until I had a weapon.
Touched by the dark presence, Rose was lost in a dreamland where everything was drawn in black and gray crayons. The old lady had promised her that all her wishes would come true. She would be Alan Wake's muse. She was smiling so hard it hurt her face. She crushed a bottle full of sleeping pills into the coffee. Deep down inside, she was screaming in terror.
Why? Why was she screaming in terror when she was just doing what she needed to do to get what she always wanted? Alright, come on, friends. I know you're coming. There we go. So I'll go this way. And then, bye-bye. Pop. We'll just move right along. Ooh, there's a paint. I'm not going to go out of my way to look for paints, but I'm not going to ignore paints when they present themselves. Good. Did I throw 2 just now? Trust no one in the dark. How about you? Great, now I've got a generator that's running. Okay, I've got flares, but I still don't have a gun. Oh, nice. Okay, so now I've got a little safe space that I'm never going to come back to. Maybe those Popo up ahead will be kind enough to give me a shotgun. Or at least a revolver. Come on. Or at least some more flashbangs. More flashbangs it is. Not as many as I'd like, but more than 0. Yeah. And bonk. I wonder how they accomplished this distortion effect. It's definitely a good effect. It's plenty disorienting, especially when I'm running away from Shadow Boys. I see you. Have a grenade. Can I get up there? Get up there, get up there. Now get up there. No, come on.
I hope Maine could lend me a car to get to the coal mine.
We'll come back to that after we collect some coffee.
Well, thank you very much for that compassionate viewpoint, Lorna. Oh, here's a little surprise. The famous writer Alan Wake just walked in. Folks, I'm going to see if I can talk him into an interview.
Come on in, Mr. Wake.
No. No interviews.
I'm so glad you could find the time to do this, Mr. Wake.
Nowhere to run now, Dan Brown. You back away from me. Don't hurt her.
Whoa. Everyone calm down. Put the gun down. We're all friends here, right?
Cool your jets, Nightingale. We got him.
Whoa.
What the hell's the matter with you? There's a civilian in there.
You're gonna ruin your tweed jacket, boy.
I'll get you yet, even if it kills me. You hear me? You hear me, H.P. Lovecraft?
I had fallen off so many cliffs it was ridiculous. That's what you get for naming a book The Sudden Stop. It was probably good I hadn't had the chance to tell Maine where I was going. I'd have to lose the cops and find my own way to the mine. Nightingale stared through the broken studio window into the dark woods. He turned around, started to walk out, but Maine grabbed his arm. "Young man, you almost shot me. You don't shoot off rounds at people like that. What's the matter with you?" Nightingale shook his arm free, marched out. His cheeks burned with rage and humiliation.
Yeah, but that was, like, really uncool. Why am I picking up flares? Flares aren't going to do me any good. I don't have a gun. And that fact is about to do me a real problem. Oh, now I have a gun. Okay, so now flares matter. That was very uncool. Wow. So I'm attacked while I'm stuck in an animation, then I just get juggled straight to death.
I had fallen off so many cliffs it was ridiculous. That's what you get for naming a book The Sudden Stop. It was probably good I hadn't had the chance to tell Maine where I was going.
Alright, we already read that. We don't need to read it
and
again.
Find my own way to the mine.
What if I throw down a flare before I do the startup thing. No, there isn't enough time. Flare will burn out before I'm done. There, have one of those. Why would I pick up shotgun ammo when I don't have a shotgun? Alright, here we go again. Now leave me alone so I can start this, jerks. That was a very uncool little sequence. And now I've got to go back to actually fighting. Normally I would have been hit by now. But apparently that guy just didn't care. Where are you now? Right there. Alright, and we've got another ambush coming up over here when we try and turn this power on.
There was no sensible reason for the power company work lights to be here. It was almost as if they'd been left for someone like me to use.
Almost as if we were still stuck in the story that you had written while you were under the darkness's control. So this was what it wanted to happen. Come on, I know there's an up there. Those lights don't stay on very long, do they? Nope. Hooray, now I'm on a roof. And that accomplished nothing. Okay. Shotgun. Oh, that's a lot of guys. I would like to equip my... Yes, have that. Wow. A lot of them survived that. Come on. That guy looks straight up normal. I have another one. What else we got? Just the big guy? Okay. Not just the big guy. What else we got? No flare gun. About to die, though. The darkness controls the Taken. Why are you so tough? This is a shotgun. Alright, and we're out of revolver ammo. Okay, so having spent all our resources... good. Now that we're about to get in another fight, I think that this might be a good place to call it. Yeah. So this is it for episode 8 of Alan Wake. Come back and see me again in episode 9 for definitely another fight, but I think we'll go over and get that manuscript page too. Talk to you soon.